This creator, who goes by JKL Production, moved from Baltimore, Maryland out to LA, and he's out in a park starting up his vlog, kind of documenting his move to LA, and he's just getting into this whole content creation thing and moving out there, and he gets pressed by a gang member or somebody who's claiming to own the park.
I do live in Cali, but it's still been cold. But like those couple of days in that week I'm talking about, it was tight warm. I'm like, well, that's what's up. What's up, man? How you doing, man?
What's that?
Nah, I was just saying, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah, bro, you don't do that. You don't gangbang or nothing.
Nah.
You don't do that. You don't pull up in nobody park, all that shit. Nigga, we gangbangers.
So as you can see, he's sitting at the park, and then some guy pulls up to him and he says hey to him. He's like, hey man. And the guy's walking by staring at him. He says, what's up? Because he's just staring him down. And the guy says, you don't gangbang or nothing. You know, we gangbang around here. You don't just pull up to someone's park and park. An odd word choice, but here we are. And it just makes me think about the state of the black community and this generation, because, you know, there's a lot of that well speak that goes on. And I was having this conversation with my girlfriend the other night about how a lot of black children are raised on survival, not socialization. And the thing about it is, it's not just black children. It's a poverty type of thing, right? It's all about doing what you can with what you have. And it's a little different in some urban settings versus if you're in a rural area dealing with poverty, because urban settings are naturally more dangerous. There's a lot of alleyways, darkness, and kind of piled on top of each other together in cities. He also goes by Push for more. And so Push here, he just says, no, I don't do none of that. And the guy continues to press him as if he's doing something wrong by being parked at a public park. And a lot of people in the comments were saying, yeah, and you know, it's well known that in LA you have to know where you're at and things like that, which is like, again, it's that survival aspect. But it's like, you can see I'd imagine there's always been a divide throughout the generations with people that are into more risque type of things. But it's like, at this point, the scales are pretty tipped, and most people aren't trying to be on any gangbanging or anything type of shit like that. And it's just unfortunate that somebody can't even go to their local park who's just trying to better their life. They just moved from the East Coast to the West Coast. And, you know, the East Coast has its problems too, but this guy is just minding his business. He's being stared down and being lectured about how he can't sit at a public park as someone who's not affiliated. He says he's not gangbanging. He just says, what's up? And it's just stupid to me.
Park, all that shit. Nigga, we gangbangers. Oh, I'm crip, bro.
No, I'm sorry.
Nigga, I'm just saying though, bro. You know, and then you talking about what's up, like, look, bro, you might be the police now.
Understood. I'ma leave. Nah, bro, I'ma leave. Nah, I will. I sure will. Sheesh. And nigga can't even see, bro. I'm chilling. I'm all like, what's up? Cause he in my goddamn face, you know? He talking about something, you don't say what's up. I don't know what's up with niggas, but you don't just stare a nigga in their face and don't say shit.
And as you can see, he just apologizes and says that he'll leave. And the guy was mad because he said, what's up? He said, you don't just say what's up, because, you know, it can be taken as like, what's up? Like, what's up with you type shit. His perspective is like, you don't just stare at somebody. And either way, it's just stupid, because we're talking about a public setting where two people aren't even in the same like vicinity of each other. One person is parked, the other one's passing by. And he did the right thing by simply just de-escalating the situation, just being like, hey man, sorry, I'll leave. Because at that point, this guy's already in a mental state where you don't know what he's gonna do simply from you parking your car at a park. So the important thing is getting out of there with your life at the end of the day. But it's extremely unfortunate that he makes this point as well, because if he was just a white guy sitting there, he wouldn't have pressed them like that. That's the truth of the matter. He wouldn't have had the assumption that the white guy sitting there was gang affiliated or anything. He would have just been like, oh, there's just an old white man sitting here. And he said, oh, you might be the police. But because he's black, the other black dude, I'm assuming he's black, you know, maybe I shouldn't really, but the other guy pressed him unnecessarily.
Talking about I might be police. Police is crazy. Yeah. Let me get up out this neighborhood. I'm in a hood where I don't know where I'm at. I'm all thinking I'm cool. I mean, I'm cool. But, look. You see, that be the problem for real. Like, It's a white person that just pulled up. Niggas would have never pressed that white person. But me, you had to see, you had to keep looking at me. You had to come pull up. And we just come pull up with nobody heard. Nigga, there's a library in this fucking shit. It says public library. LA niggas are so corny, bro. Then this nigga writing green. How I'm supposed to... Ugh, bruh. Niggas be too angry for me, bro. He just threw my energy off a little bit.
And just like he said, a white dude, in fact, did pull up and he didn't press him, and it's actually at a public library. So it's so odd to me that it's like people are so indoctrined, so institutionalized that they can't comprehend a young black man at the library. So he's like, oh, this must be some shit. This is our turf, which is just stupid to me. I mean, we all understand how redundant it all is to the greater cause of improving the community, and it's just, I don't know. And I could kind of see the look on his face. At the end of the day, it's not even anger. It's more so just disappointment, because this is where that statement comes from. It be your own people. It's like about that time where people need to start like sitting down with their cousins, brothers and whatnot and being like, yo, is this shit even worth it? Like, and I'm going on a little tangent here, but it's like, I know poverty is difficult and hard. You know, I didn't have the best circumstances when I was growing up, but it's like people can have a better circumstance than you and still end up in these situations. It's all mentality, and sometimes that mentality isn't taught. You lucked out with the personality and everything that you had that made you different than what the statistics would have made you. It's really unfortunate, and we blame it on culture and things like that, but different people, I don't want to say like have different levels of intellect, but I mean, that seems to be what it is. And, you know, also, so like, it's like this. Somebody can grow up with an alcoholic parent, and it either makes them an alcoholic or it makes them not want to take a drink at all. And even without those alcoholic parent influences, sometimes people are just the way they are. And I don't always blame everything on the parents, because some people have really great parents and they're assholes. Sometimes it's just the personality lottery. When you come out of that womb, it's like the nature versus nurture. But some people are just assholes, and it's not their parents' fault. It's not their environment's fault. There has to be a point where it's you chose who you were going to be. And sometimes it's because you felt like you had to. I guess that's environmental, but I don't know. Again, it's just, out of everything, it's just disappointment. I don't have much more to say about it. It's pretty cut and dry how I feel about it. But overall, yeah, it's just disappointment, and it's just sad because I felt like I could see the disappointment on his face in this circumstance. So, I don't know. For me to mine, motherfuckers got to do better.